Il faut avouer que les présentations de jeux sont souvent toutes réalisées sur le même moule. Un développeur récite un discours rodé en suivant point par point une présentation PowerPoint, s'ensuit une petite démo du jeu et hop, les journalistes se précipitent sur les petits fours ou les manettes pour les plus consciencieux. Les interviews s'enchaînent alors et tout le monde repart avec à peu près les mêmes réponses, le développeur récitant un argumentaire ultra rodé, validé par le marketing et les services de communication. En plus, la plupart du temps, il est fatigué, ce dernier enchaînant les présentations dans les plus grandes villes européennes. Et ça se sent. Et puis, au miracle, il y a des présentations qui brisent un peu ces tristes conventions, comme celle de eSports MMA. Pour commencer, l'événement a lieu dans une vraie salle de sport avec de vrais champions, dont Grégory Bouchelaghem. Ensuite, si le discours PowerPoint est bel et bien présent, il est étayé par des démonstrations live sur un ring situé juste derrière le développeur, qui viennent illustrer les propos tenus. Enfin, aussi fatigué soit-il, Nick Leng, directeur du développement chez Tiburon, les studios d'Electronic Arts situés à Orlando, est parvenu sans mal à communiquer une passion toute personnelle pour ce sport. Une passion qui dépasse largement le cadre virtuel.
A little bit about myself. I've been involved in martial arts my whole life. My father was a judo instructor, and one way or another, as long as I can remember, I've been training in some martial arts, including Western boxing, jiu-jitsu, Western wrestling. Obviously, I'm a big fan of mixed martial arts. I've always been a big fan of mixed martial arts, and I'm really excited to be part of this product. My personal passion is MMA, and also making bigger and better fans for MMA, teaching people the sport.
eSports MMA n'est certes pas la première incursion de l'éditeur américain dans le domaine des jeux de combat, puisqu'on leur doit aussi la série Fight Night. Mais il s'agit néanmoins d'une nouvelle licence, d'un sport en quête de reconnaissance et donc d'une prise de risque assumée au plus haut niveau des sphères EA, pour le plus grand plaisir de Nick.
I've been working on this game for about 2 years. The funny story I tell is that I've had 2 children since I started this game, both beautiful daughters. There's a core at the studio Tiburon where I work in Orlando, Florida, that has been working for about 5 or 6 months longer than I have. So it's been close to 3 years that we've been working on this title. Well, it was a no-brainer for me. I've been wanting to make a game like this my whole life. I've been in video games for 10 years. I've always had the idea in the back of my head. Once the popularity kind of got to a point, and Peter Moore has said time and time again that he's a big fan of mixed martial arts, the things started to come together. And once that project was getting going and really picked up some steam, I think a lot of people knew who I was as a student and they pulled me on board, and I just couldn't be happier.
Le MMA ou Mixed Martial Arts est un sport encore méconnu et qui peut paraître un rien compliqué à simuler, tant les possibilités offertes et les techniques employées sont nombreuses. Maîtriser ce sport demande des années d'entraînement, mais le joueur doit être à même de s'amuser en quelques minutes. Un défi a priori insurmontable.
It can be such a complicated sport. I think that's one of the things that people may be confused by is the complexities between the 3 different ranges. You've got the striking range that everybody's comfortable with, everybody knows from boxing, kickboxing, kung fu movies. You've got the clinch range, which is a little bit more familiar, but many people have never seen that so much before. And then there's the ground game, grappling, wrestling, submissions fighting. Yes, years and years of training to get to the level of these professional fighters. What I want is for people to appreciate the sport. I don't want people to be overwhelmed with the complexities of the sport. So our controls are based on that. I'll give you an example with the striking. We use the Fight Night 4 engine. We started with that 2 years ago. And the total stick control, the total strike control is where you would strike using just the stick. We, of course, support buttons for a lot of people that like to use the classic sort of button combination. But for this example, talk about the stick. You jab with the stick, you make hook motions with the stick, and you make back and forth for uppercuts. That's all you're punching. A simple modifier with the left bumper will allow you to start kicking with the exact same motions, the jab, the hook, the back and forth. All that stuff is all right there. No matter which one of these ranges you're in, the stand-up game, the clinch game, or the grappling game, that motion is still your striking game. It's always the same. I don't want anybody to be confused like, oh, now I'm in somebody's guard, closed guard on top. What do I do to make sure that I land a good punch? It's the same as you would do when you're standing up. I want people to think about the strategy and the timing and the game plan of how to fight in a mixed martial arts fight, not complexities of a video game.
Des propos confirmés par un expert.
Tous les mouvements qui sont présentés, il n'y a pas de technique mytho, on voit bien que c'est pas du catch, c'est du MMA, c'est une discipline à part entière. On peut croire que c'est du catch, on peut croire que c'est faux, mais tous les coups sont réels et les soumissions sont portées à fond. Donc il n'y a pas d'échappatoire et dans le jeu on retrouve un peu cette idée de réalisme et de technicité sans que ce soit ultra spectaculaire. Mis à part le fait que visuellement c'est super spectaculaire parce qu'on reconnaît vachement bien les personnages, les stars qui nous font rêver. C'est amusant de les avoir entre les mains et de les diriger au doigt et à l'œil.
Mais l'un des gros atouts de ce eSports MMA est clairement le fait qu'il profite d'une énorme nouveauté online, le live broadcast.
Live broadcast, one of my favorite features. I'm having a great time with it at work. Right now we're doing internal EA events, and here's how it works. You get online, you build your character, you win a couple of fights, you're a boxing guy with some wrestling skills, you feel pretty confident, you get online and you talk it up, like I'm a boxer, I can beat up anybody. You actually make a hype video, you can film yourself on camera, you can talk about how you're going to win fights, and then an EA promoter will find you, they'll bring you into a live broadcast against another live opponent with live commentary. Professional sportscasters in the booth doing commentary over your fight. They'll know who you are from your hype video that everybody will see. Thousands of spectators can watch you live on the PC, on the website, or on the console. They'll know your highlights, they'll know your style, they'll talk about you, talk about how you won, how you lost. Then you whether you win or you lose, you're gonna have fans or enemies, who knows? And the whole thing starts again with deep community involvement. When you play in front of 1,000 people, you play differently. You play to win. There's like a reputation on the line. Well, in a live broadcast, I'm fighting with the creative director. He and I go at it all the time, and it's going to be a good fight. Walk out there. He shows respect with his fist. Time-honored tradition. Guys touch gloves, bump fists. I'm like, I don't want any part of that. Let's get down to business. He takes a step forward. I dash in with an overhand right. He head kicks me. I fall unconscious. Less than 8 seconds. Fastest fight in EA history. I lost, but I knew exactly what I did. I took a step forward. I put my chin out because I was going for the big strike, and he knew that I was going hard and heavy early on. He took a step back, put his foot right in my face. I fell over. Fight was done. I lost, but it was an amazing fight, and it was only 8 seconds. And the emotion, I mean, I was sweating. It was amazing.
Voilà, un grand merci à Nick et Grégory pour leur enthousiasme rafraîchissant qui, on l'espère, s'avérera justifié par un jeu de qualité.